big or small, should have mandatory, that they should have a committee which is there. The Vishakha guidelines have been made out in which they have given how the committee has to be constituted, by what kind of people. Even the Sexual Harassment Act of 2013 which is there also talks about it. So one cannot claim that one did not know about it or that they are naive about it, because that ignorance of law is not permissible. Please.
No, I don't know why I'm really shocked today that even today when Dilip Tahil has realized perhaps the folly of his initial observations and backtrack on what he had said earlier, that you, however, Mr. Rahul Singh, continue to remain resolute in your support for Tarun Tejpal and perhaps Shoma Chaudhary there. You have absolutely no sympathy tonight or feeling, Mr. Rahul Singh, for the victim. The victim has gone and said today that what was done to me is rape. You people like you, Mr. Rahul Singh, and you, Mr. Dilip Tahil, have accused the media of a witch hunt. The girl, Dilip Tahil, has now directly accused Tarun Tejpal of rape. She has testified in front of the police. She has testified in front of a magistrate. She has accompanied the police to the alleged crime scene. I want you, both of you especially, to take back this whole argument about a media trial.
That is precisely...
Take it back.
Arnab, that is precisely my point, that the complaints were filed on the 27th of November, before which, I mean, the media had already, had already finished him off, is what I said. Let the complaints come in, let the charge sheet be done, and let the courts look at it, and then he should be punished.
What do you mean finish? What do you mean finish? When the media, if not for the media, there were people like you and people, especially like Rahul Singh, who are going ahead with this whole political conspiracy theory. You heard what the judge said today, Rahul?
I never
Mr.
said
Narvekar.
I never said anything about a political conspiracy, Arnav.
No. The judge said, I am concerned with the crime, not the political remarks that were made thereafter. And he rightly went on and said, Rahul Narvekar can comment on it. He said, did the young girl make the political remarks?
And if we are trying to suggest that the jury gets influenced by media reports, then I think we are making a mockery out of the judicial system prevalent in this country. Let's not stoop to those levels. It's the duty of the media to report, which they've rightly done. If they think that the investigation is not going on in the manner in which it should be, they are rightly reporting that. What's unfair in that? I mean, if you commit a crime or if you're an accused and if the media reports about it, I don't think anyone should have any grievance with that.
The only thing here is that yes, what you're saying is 100% correct, but please let the law take its own course. Let them finish their thing.
And can you tell me, by media reporting, how is it creating an hindrance in the law taking its own course?
No.
How is that an hindrance?
How is it a hindrance?
It's not a hindrance. I'm not saying it's a hindrance. I'm saying we are prejudging the issue. We may be exactly correct after the investigation that he is guilty of rape, sexual assault, everything. So today, by saying this, do not put the cart before the horse.
But who's saying he's guilty? So I don't think anyone out here is saying he's guilty.
Of course, they want to lynch him.
Everyone here is saying that there has to be a fair trial.
Not physically. I mean, I don't mean physically.
I don't think anyone on this panel or anyone in the media has come out and sat in judgment and said XYZ is guilty or not. What they are saying is he has committed this act. Now, whether or not it falls within the definition of rape is for the judiciary to decide. Absolutely. Now, all we expect is that the investigating agencies act fairly. And what would have been fair is arresting Tarun Tejpal today itself. If there was anyone else in his place who had committed such an offense or was accused of such an offense, would have been behind the bars by now. Why is this special treatment being handed out to Mr. Tarun Tejpal?
I think there is a deliberate attempt out here and to try and at least give a clear impression that the entire process has been gone through, so that Mr. Tarun Tejpal and his apologists do not get any further room to crib.
Correct.
Over the next few days, that they were not given enough of an opportunity, because Tarun Tejpal continues to crib Lalita Kumarabaglam.
Arnab, can I please
he continues to crib.
If law was there Arnab, to make...
Can I please come in?
Lalita Kumarabaglam wants to come in on that.
Yeah, the fact is that Mr. Tejpal has committed a crime. You may tell me that I am being politically incorrect and I shouldn't stand in judgment of him. But what upsets me tonight is that why is there so much sympathy for Mr. Tejpal and why is there almost no sympathy being showed for the victim? She has shown exemplary courage, and there's no point in saying this is BJP versus Congress. It isn't and it shouldn't be. This is about the continuing abuse of women in India and people in power, positions of power, who misuse their power to abuse women and try and get away with it by making any excuse they can find.
Where is the
He's going to be punished. He's trying to find any route he can not to be punished. That's it.
I object to the word sympathy. The victim requires justice, a fair trial, fair play. Is that what it is? We do not. No woman requires any sympathy of any kind.
I'm sorry.
So there is no question of sympathy.
No, she does require sympathy. I'm sorry if you think I'm being politically incorrect.
Justice.
But a girl who's been through what she has, she requires justice, yes. But sympathy is also a part of the justice that she should get.
Yes, Shobha. Yes, Shobha. Yes, Shobha.
Yeah. I feel it's high time that we really stop debating about such things and let's stand by the girl and all such victims. Encourage them to come in the public domain with the atrocities which have happened against them, whether it be a strong man, a man of high status.
Absolutely, I agree with her on this. The larger issue is the abuse that continues against women in the workplace in this country.
Oh Lord. It is really difficult to shout like this. I applaud the media for bringing the entire case in the public domain. If media doesn't does its duty, who's going to bring all such things in the public domain?
Thank you for your compliment. Now take my question. 1 second. Thank you for your compliment. I accept it with humility. Now take my question. My question to you is, Shobha Oza, will you tonight apologize? Will you apologize for the manner in which you made it political? Will you apologize for the manner in which you made it political? Allow me to complete. Don't interrupt me when I'm asking the question. No, 1 second. Miss Oza, allow me. You see, you tried to directly link the snooping scandal and you linked it to this incident. Now, I think Miss Shobha Oza, I am not being unfair when I say that your attempt to draw... No, Miss Oza, you directly linked...
Me to speak too.
No, you directly linked this incident to the snooping scandal. I'll take 10 more seconds. Just as I criticized Dilip Tahil and Rahul Singh, for shouting on behalf of Mr. Tarun Tejpal, I would criticize you as well for politicizing it.
Please. No, Arnab, please let me reply on that. Please give me 2 seconds to reply.
Yeah, but you did it
without interruption. Yeah, we did it, and I stand by it.
You stand by it?
I did it because I stand by it.
No, that was you.
I felt.
Please
allow me to speak without interruption.
I thought you'll take back what you had said, but you say I'm going to repeat it. I'm going to stand by it. I'm going to stand by it because I want to discuss all the atrocities which are going against women in this country. Whether it be stooping, whether it be sexual harassment, made by responses.
Asaram or a judge.
If it was such a worse, 2 responses. 3 responses are coming to you, Shobha Oza. Shobha Oza, what's it? 3 responses. 3 responses. 1 minute. 1 minute. But before that, I ask you, Shobha Oza, 1 minute. 3 people are responding. 3 people. They will respond to you. The people are in this order. First, Sunil Alag. First, Sunil Alag.
Arnab, please let me complete my statement.
Ms. Alag, but you have said something. They want to respond to you.
My statement.
Okay, complete your statement.
Please let me complete first. See, for women atrocities, I have always said that Congress, we have zero tolerance. Whether it be anyone.
No. I don't know. I don't want that preamble. I don't want. Let me moderate this. Shobha Oza, 1 minute. Shobha Oza, I do not want a preamble. I do not want a long statement there to cover up for what you just said. I gave you an opportunity on the News Hour tonight to say that you regret what you said, the attempt to make it political. You said far from regretting. I stand by it. Now there are 3 people responding to you. The first is Sunil Alag. Sunil Alag.
A young architect girl is a victim of snooping.
Sunil Alag, please.
You know, Miss Oza, can you just listen? How can you equate murder and rape with something which is a different element altogether? You are now putting 1 second. Can I just finish? If you are talking about atrocities of women, we are all with you on that. But you cannot. Then you are diluting a rape. You are diluting murder.
Okay, one second. Now you made your point, Rahul Narvekar.
You cannot do this.
Rahul Narvekar.
I'm talking.
Rahul Narvekar next.
Miss Oza, while you grandstand here, acting as though you're the custodian of all women's rights, let me remind you, and while you stand for your party, let me remind you 10 episodes where your party has absolutely tolerated heinous crimes against women. I don't want to repeat what happened in the Raj Bhavan in Andhra Pradesh. I don't want to repeat what happened there. I don't want to repeat what one of your senior Congress leaders did with women in Raj Bhavan. So let's not get there. I don't want to politicize this. But what I want to tell you is, what sauce is good for the goose is good for the gander.
Okay, 1 minute. She's responding now. One sec. Stop.
Please, we have punished them. We have punished them for what they did. We never tolerated
we know the
I don't want to
in which you punish them. We can have a nice debate over that.
Lalita Kumaramangalam, now to Shobha Oza. One at a time. I request you, everyone. I say this to everyone. One at a time. As I moderate this, one person speaks at a time. Then that person now is Lalita Kumaramangalam. Yeah.
Was any action
thank you, Arnab. The fact is that this is a case of rape. This lady, this girl has had the courage to come out in public and say that she's been raped by a man whom she trusted, her senior. I don't see, as Mr. Alag said, there is no comparison between what has happened to this girl and what is alleged by the Congress in Gujarat. And unfortunately, you are weakening the entire case by bringing politics into it. My request is, can you please leave this BJP, Congress, any other party out of it? And look at this issue. It's the issue that's important. We're talking about violence against women. We're not comparing what is more violent or less violent. Violence is violence and it needs to be punished. When you bring politics into it, you're weakening the case of the victim.
We are not bringing.
And I think we need to stick to the fact that this girl needs justice. And we are not doing justice to her.
I ask one question tonight, if I may please. If I believe, and please give me 10 seconds. I refuse to believe that these political parties who have so many lawyers representing them don't know the law. And I'm personally very surprised that the Congress party does not know what the Goa government and police have done is the right thing. But I have not heard any Congress party person, including Shobha Oza, come out and say that the Goa police is mandated. Allow me to complete, Shobha Oza. I don't want to speak over you. You and your party should come out and say, regardless of your political prejudice or bias or affiliation, that what Manohar Parrikar of the BJP has done is the right thing. The Goa police is totally mandated to register an FIR in cognizable offences like rape as per a number of Supreme Court judgments. The CRPC provides enough teeth for the police to do so. In fact, in a recent case, the Supreme Court said, and I quote, the registration of an FIR is mandatory under section 154 of the code if the information discloses commission of a cognizable offence and no preliminary inquiry is permissible in such a situation. You should come and say today, 1 minute.
Please go back to the records. Please, I can prove. Arnab, please allow me to speak. You have said your statement. Let me, when you have quoted that I have not spoken against it, please let me quote that. Please go back to your records. The ANI has a record. I can send it to you tomorrow morning. That we as a party stood. I stood on behalf of my party and applauded the CM of Goa, the police of Goa, time and again, for their action. Please, without seeing records, please don't misquote. I can send the record from ANI
I have seen no press conference to make that point. I have seen no.
Please.
I have seen no press conference. I said to make that point.
I have taken three press conferences.
No.
So it is very surprising to see Mr. Sibal go.
To you.
But can you explain why is Mr. Sibal in so much hurry to state that there's going to be no hush-hush with the Gujarat case, but does not prefer to speak a single word on the Goa episode? Can you explain that? Mr. Sibal goes out and says we are not going to allow anything to go under the wraps in what happened in Gujarat. The truth has to come out. Why doesn't he use the same words for what happened in Goa?
Arnab,